Hello, my dear friend. Today we will continue our journey with Rich Dad Poor Dad book, so grab your coffee and let's dive in. According to Robert, one night while he was writing and authoring a book, he decided to take a break. He turned on the TV and saw a program that was talking about a person named Alexander Graham Bell. The program mentioned that it was discussing the struggles this person faced after patenting the mobile phone. The program explained that Bell was overwhelmed by the high demand for his invention, but he did not have the means to manufacture and sell more of it. Therefore, Alexander decided to approach a company and present his invention to them, seeking their support. The company he reached out to was Western Union, which was one of the largest companies at the time and is still a prominent organization today. According to the account, the surprising part was that Western Union refused Alexander Graham Bell's request, stating that they had no interest in his invention. Robert suggests that the company likely bet on the failure of this invention. Of course, we now know the tremendous impact and success of Bell's telephone invention. Robert goes on to say that he then changed the channel and saw a news report about a company going bankrupt and laying off all its employees. One of the managers was seen standing in front of the building with his family, pleading to speak with the owners and hoping to resolve the issue. The manager expressed concerns about losing his job, as he would not be able to provide for his family or pay his bills if terminated. Robert states that this exact scenario is what he had always cautioned against, the devastating impact that business failures and job losses can have on individuals and their families. He finds this news report a poignant illustration of his previous warnings. Robert says that creating your own innovative idea or method for generating wealth is far more valuable and secure than simply being a manager at an established company, as even prestigious corporations can ultimately fail. The fourth lesson he emphasizes is that wealthy individuals are able to innovate and create opportunities for making money, even from limited or seemingly weak circumstances. In contrast, the poor and middle class often believe they need large amounts of capital, like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, before they can even start a business or become financially independent. Robert argues that the wealthy proactively seek out and seize opportunities, rather than passively waiting for them. His message emphasizes the importance of developing an entrepreneurial mindset that focuses on creating value and income streams through one's own initiative and creativity, rather than solely relying on the stability of an employer. The underlying theme is that true financial security and success comes from an ability to innovate and generate wealth yourself, not just from holding a corporate job, which may ultimately prove unreliable. Robert is challenging the conventional wisdom and encouraging a more proactive entrepreneurial approach to building wealth. Robert says, the fundamental difference between the mindset of the wealthy versus the poor or middle class is that the wealthy never merely wait for opportunities to fall into their laps. The rich proactively seek out and create their own opportunities for generating wealth. Robert observes that the poor and middle class often take a more passive approach. They tend to say things like, I can't start my business or improve my financial situation unless I have X amount of money, whether that's $400,000, $800,000, or $1 million. They assume they need access to large sums of capital before they can even get started. The wealthy, on the other hand, don't think this way. They look at the resources and circumstances they currently have, no matter how limited, and innovate ways to leverage those into generating income and building wealth. They don't just sit back and hope the money or the perfect opportunity will come to them. Robert emphasizes that true financial independence and success comes from developing an entrepreneurial mindset, one that focuses on creating value through your own initiative and creativity, rather than relying solely on the stability of a corporate job. He challenges the common assumption that you need massive amounts of startup capital to make your ideas a reality. Robert argues, is to stop waiting for the perfect conditions or a sudden inflow of funds, and instead take proactive steps each day to work towards your goals, no matter how small. It's about developing the resourcefulness to turn your existing circumstances into opportunities, rather than just hoping and wishing for a miracle windfall. This entrepreneurial approach, rather than a passive reliance on employment, is what truly distinguishes the mindset of the wealthy. Robert says that the poor and middle class are like people sitting in a car at an intersection with 5, 6, or 10 traffic lights. They won't move until all the lights turn green at the same time. And this analogy is the most accurate depiction of people waiting for opportunities to present themselves. However, I tell you, this will never happen. $1 million will not simply knock on your door. Huge projects and assets will not come to you while you sit in your room. You must forget this mentality. You have to pursue your goals daily. Ask yourself, how many steps are you taking each day towards your objective? How many hours per day are you dedicating to working towards your goal? You must ask yourself these questions and provide the answers. As for the wealthy, as Robert said, they do not wait for opportunities. The wealthy innovate and create new ways to make money. When many hear the word innovate, they think it means you have to come up with a brand new idea that doesn't exist in the universe. No, that's not what it means. It means using the limited resources and means you have access to devise a way to generate income. My friend, we are now in the 21st century. You have a smartphone and the internet at your fingertips. You can make money just from sitting in your room. But you need to put in the work on that smartphone and the internet, and you will start making money. There are people creating accounts and posting content, and they are making money from it. Some people are setting up accounts and posting news updates, and they are earning money. Others are compiling video clips from around the world into accounts, and they are generating income. There are also people posting gaming videos, movie clips, sports highlights, and art tutorial videos. And the accounts with hundreds of thousands, even millions of followers are making real money. They put in the effort, and they are reaping the rewards of that effort. The point is that in the modern digital age, you don't have to wait for the perfect opportunity to fall into your lap. With the tools at your fingertips, your smartphone and the internet, you can proactively create monetizable content and build an audience. It requires dedicated work, but the potential payoff is there for those willing to put in the time and effort. The days of passively waiting for success are over. Now is the time to leverage technology and your own creativity to generate income streams. The rules have changed in the 21st century. The concept of wealth and prosperity has evolved over the centuries. In the past, a couple hundred or 300 years ago, the wealthy were those who owned land and farms. If you had agricultural lands, you were considered rich. You could hire workers to tend to the crops and sell the harvest for profit. Then, over the last century, wealth became tied to the Industrial Revolution. Those who owned factories and manufacturing plants were the ones deemed prosperous. But in the 21st century, the nature of wealth has shifted again. Today, the truly wealthy are those who know how to leverage the technological revolution. The riches belong to those who understand how to utilize the internet, smartphones, computers, and laptops effectively. The sources of wealth have transformed. It's no longer about owning physical assets like land or factories. In the digital age we live in, the path to prosperity lies in mastering the digital tools and platforms at our fingertips. Those who can harness the power of technology, whether it's creating online content, building digital businesses, or leveraging e-commerce, are the ones reaping the benefits in the 21st century. The landscape has changed, and the rules of the game have evolved. To be successful today, one must adapt and learn to navigate the technological landscape, not just the physical one. The wealth and opportunities of the modern era lie in our ability to leverage the digital world around us. The wealth today lies with those who can innovate ideas and control information. It's the age of data and digital technologies. As he pointed out, the coming years will likely see more and more people creating wonderful ideas, just like Bill Gates and others. And that's exactly what we're witnessing. Every few months, we discover a new app or digital service that provides us valuable solutions and conveniences. The equation for making money has changed. Today, you don't need to be a farmer toiling in the fields or a factory worker laboring long hours to become wealthy. In the digital era, the path to prosperity lies in your ability to leverage information and technology. With just a smartphone and the internet, you can source products from France, Italy, China, Japan, and anywhere else, and sell them for profit right from your home. It's no longer about physical labor or owning traditional assets like farms or factories. The new wealth is in the digital realm, in your command of data, your ability to innovate, and your mastery of the online world. The electronic age has transformed the equation. Today, the true riches go to those who can harness the power of information and technology to create value, solve problems, and build successful digital businesses. The rules have indeed changed in the 21st century. The future prosperity lies with those who can navigate and thrive in this new digital landscape, not those who are bound to the physical world of the past. Let me tell you this story. Robert Kiyosaki says that in the early 1990s, the economy of Phoenix, Arizona was in very poor condition, with a severe economic stagnation. He says he is the kind of person who loves to take advantage of crises, and that the wealthy seize opportunities during crises. He says he loves real estate, but he doesn't go looking for properties through real estate brokers and agents. No, he looks for them through the courts and bankruptcy cases. He says there are real opportunities there. He says he found someone who was really desperate to sell his house. He asked the person how much he needed, and the person said he just wanted to sell the house and pay off his debts. The person said if he could get $20,000, that would be great. He just wanted to get rid of the property and his issues. Kiyosaki says he knew the house was worth around $75,000. He borrowed $2,000 from a friend for 3 months and offered the homeowner $22,200. He then placed an ad saying the $75,000 house was for sale for $60,000, with no down payment required. He says the phone calls they received were incredible. Many people wanted to take advantage of this opportunity. They found a buyer who agreed to the $60,000 price. Kiyosaki took the $60,000, gave the original homeowner the $20,000 he had requested, and kept the remaining $40,000 for himself. He says this is a simple example of the kind of innovation and opportunity he is talking about, being able to create money from nothing. That's it for this episode. I hope you had a great time. I can't wait to see you in the next episode where we will continue our journey together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.